Well, I spent probably 2 hours today doing my books, you know, expenses and stuff like that. And today is Monday, the Labor Day, and the town is half dead anyway, so all the stores are closed. That's what I don't like about, you know, big holidays in US and Canada. You cannot even buy food, you know. Walmart, you know, big grocery stores, everything shut down. The only thing that's open is restaurants, Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a pharmacy chain. But what they do is there's a law that tells them how much of space must be available on a holiday, so they barricade part of the store, like the one where I usually go, like to buy some protein bars or something, and that part is usually closed, so I didn't even go. And then coffee shops like Starbucks are open. But anyway, I did my books, in case anyone is interested in the trucking business and is looking at the numbers side, right? So here's my numbers for the August 2013. I looked at my logbook to see what my mileage was, what my odometer was on the last day of July and the last day in August, and turns out I only did 6,086 miles. So basically I spent too much time at home or waiting between loads, because this was the time when I went to Oregon, I think. Yeah, Oregon, Alberta, I did that Washington run, you know, so there was a lot of sitting. So the total revenue was only 11,536, and then I made $497.03 on YouTube. Thanks everybody for watching and subscribing. And I received $471.77 as HST credit. You know, that's our sales tax in Ontario, so I get back, so that's kind of like part of the revenue. But I had so many expenses because I'm still paying for tires, and I did this fiasco with the rubber, right? And then I was fixing my rub rail. So basically I spent $3,943 on truck-related maintenance and repair issues. Fuel was only $3,242. For some reason I paid $262 on tolls. Insurance was $484. Licensing for some reason was only $24.76. Maybe I made a mistake somewhere there. But I spent a whopping $275.22 on my phone and internet. Landstar charged me $32.50 in various fees, because, you know, like some people say that one thing they don't like about Landstar is that each operation on your card costs money. Like whenever you take a cash advance or you go to a bank machine, I always see $1.75 here, $1 there, you know. They charge you for scanning. I use their program, right? I scan paperwork and I send it to them. They charge me for this. I think it's like a $1.75 direct scan fee, because I'm using their special program, direct scan, on my computer. So they charge me to send documents to them, which doesn't make much sense, but because I'm not an employee of the company, right? I'm an independent contractor, but that's just how Landstar operates. They treat you not as part of a family, but as a source of revenue, you know. So there you have it, $32.50, or 6 cases of beer I paid to Landstar in fees. Now I paid $200 for parking, because this was the first month where I had 2 trailers, and now I'm gonna move it back. The flat is now up front with a for sale sign. But since it didn't work, I'm gonna wait another year, right? So I'm gonna move it back to the general population area, so to speak. So it's gonna be, I don't know, next month it might be a bit higher, because I'm paying $150 just for one truck and trailer, right? So now it's another. I think she was saying, the landlady was saying $100, I think. This month it was only like $200, because I agreed to move the trailer up front because she didn't like people coming in and looking at the trailer, even though only one guy came in. But she was like, oh my god, I don't like people walking around my yard. Alright, and I had 2 trailer payments this month. $806 for the flat and $847 for the step. So if you look at the revenue, 11.5 plus 471 sales tax credit plus 497 Google, and then you deduct all these crazy expenses, that leaves me with the same salary probably I would have made if I was a McDonald's employee. $2,388.32. So that's what you have it, you know, like in trucking. One month you make, you know, $10,000, then next month you do $2,000, then sometimes you get, like, one of my paychecks actually on during this month was like minus $3,000 because I took a big cash advance, and then the trip got canceled. And I already bought fuel. I put some money into my bank account. So Lensta says, "Give us back the money." I said, "No way, forget it. So take it out of my pay." Spend it, which was true. And so they put it on my next check, my paycheck, and of course it's like negative, you know. And otherwise, if I didn't have that trip, but I still used that money. So then they just deducted it. So basically, yeah, it was a very confusing month with not many miles, too much sitting, and too much expenses, like truck and trailer related expenses. I wasted money on that stupid rubber, then the rub rail. Then I part of that $39.43 for repairs was I spent $400 on the lights, but I need those, you know, those strobe lights for the trailer for oversized loads. You know, you cannot drive without them unless you wanna, you know, hassle with those removable lights and 100 feet of wiring, which I don't. So, but there you have it. So that's August 2013 step deck. Or I think, yeah, this month I didn't use my flatbed at all. This was only step deck loads. But half of them were like regular flatbed, you know, loads, so they didn't require step deck, so the rate was just basic flatbed rate. So hopefully, oh, and by the way, one important thing is that I hope you guys realize I don't do like all these numbers. I take them from my statements, right? And I look at my like statements for the card and for like pay stubs, and I take information from those that were issued in August, which means there's always some kind of you know, delay, right? Because let's say the first statement in August also showed expenses and revenue from the previous month, right? And the same thing here, like the last one was I think August 28th. Yeah, August 28th. So it still doesn't show the trip, for example, I'm doing now, you know, a big trip like this oversized heavy load. And so hopefully September is going to be better because I'm going to do more step deck loads, you know, those that really require step deck trailer, and because of that they're going to pay better. But I'm going to keep the flatbed because sometimes, like I mentioned before, I can get a great, you know, load like that 60-foot long tank. So basically I learned a lot, you know, during the summer. I did a few things that I never did before, like that 60-foot long load was a first, and now I feel confident, you know. So because I wasn't sure like how it works, like if I have a 53-foot long trailer, what kind of, how long can the trailer be? I hear some guys hauling 70-foot long loads, but after I did this one, I know for sure that you cannot do that, you know, unless you want to pay escorts and stuff like that. 60 feet is fine, so I feel okay, I can do it. All I need is the permits for the rear axles on the trailer, because normally they'll be overloaded, right, if the load overhangs. So now I know how to do that. And now I did the first super heavy load. Like for me, I call it super heavy because I never did 71,000 pounds before. So I feel confident that in the future I'll be making more money. So especially with the two trailers, when I can choose which one to use. So So thanks for watching. Sorry for the dry numbers, but you know, some people wanted to hear them, and I comply. All right. Stay tuned for more.